One thing I've noticed after working with a lot of clients is that dashboards have a tendency to become much more than dashboards. Huge semantic models, hundreds of calculated fields, merged data sources, nested calculations, and metrics that nobody fully understands. What's actually happening is that your dashboard has become the place where your business logic lives. And this is what I want to talk about today. First of all, just clarify what I mean with business logic. Let's say, for example, that you want to define, you have a definition for churned customer. You can add this logic within your dashboard as a calculated field within Tableau or Power BI or whatever tool you're using. This is also what a lot of companies are doing today. Or you can add this definition within your data transformation process and have it clearly defined even before it reaches your dashboard. So why do a lot of companies still put business logic in their dashboard, and is it even a problem? Well, let's start with the second question. Is it even a problem? It depends. For a small company with only one dashboard, obviously this is the way to go. It's quick, pragmatic, and you don't want to over-engineer. To put your logic in the dashboard makes 100% sense. Another reason could be that business sometimes is moving much faster than, for example, your engineering team. Let's say that you want a metric today in the dashboard. Data team has a 3-week of backlog. The fastest solution is that you're adding it by yourself, which is also often the right decision. The danger is when the temporary solution quietly becomes the permanent state. Because as you have multiple data sources, dashboard, things will change. There are 3 major problems with putting business logic into dashboards. The first one is reusability. If the definition, for example, for churn is changing, you don't want to make this exact change everywhere in all of the dashboards and models where you're using it. You want to make it in one place. Also think about it. If you, for example, need to export this information to a third-party tool, maybe you're using Mixpanel, maybe you're using some other CRM tool and you want to integrate it there. This is typically not possible if you're only calculating it in the dashboard. You need it in your data warehouse. The second one is maintainability. To keep track of documentation, to make comments, etc. within a dashboard tool by themselves is typically super messy. You want to make it within your code using Git and versioning to keep track of all the changes. And the third one is dashboard performance. We've all been there. When you're using a lot of complex model, when you're joining, etc. within the dashboard themselves, they are getting slow, or at least it's very hard to keep up performance. Keeping a lot of the logic, a lot of the complexity in your data transformation process, you have a much better control of how much data you will send to the dashboard. Am I saying that dashboard should never contain calculated fields? Of course not. The point is simply this, that the more business logic you put into your dashboards, the harder your analytics stack will become to maintain. Senior Analyst doesn't optimize for today's dashboard, optimize for the future questions. I'm Marcus, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. See you in the next one.